Europe is facing a crisis on multiple fronts. The geopolitical situation has led to war in Europe and the rise of armed conflicts globally. The pandemic and the energy crisis have revealed Europe's vulnerability to external shocks. Years of prioritizing business interests have resulted in economic and social insecurity and undermined workers' purchasing power and living conditions. And increased insecurity has fueled the rise of nationalist ideas and far-right parties who seek to suppress individual and collective freedoms. It is no coincidence that one of the first acts of every authoritarian regime is to limit the rights of trade unions. While some companies take advantage of the situation and pit workers against each other within and between countries. We must unite and act. There is no business as usual. There is no national solution to the transnational problems we face. We must build transnational solidarity and reinforce our unity. We must oppose structural inequalities and discrimination. Europe must build a common security policy, while maintaining peace, avoiding a rearmament race, ensuring social justice and delivering on its climate obligations. We need a Europe grounded on equality, with democracy, peace, and security at its heart. We will ensure that defence spending is not at the expense of investments in good industrial jobs and social protection. We call on the fiscal rules to be lifted for all investments. Priority must be given to anti-austerity measures, social sustainable investments, and public services. We will monitor the enlargement negotiations and defend the place of trade unions in the accession process, particularly in relation to decisions on how EU funds are spent. We stand in full solidarity with the people of Ukraine, our brothers and sisters in the trade union movement, and reiterate our demand for an immediate cessation of Russia's acts of aggression, while we call for dialogue and talks for sustainable peace. We will fight all forms of discrimination, oppose anti-migrant policies and sentiments, and will strengthen solidarity and coordination between workers. We oppose the idea of a fortress Europe and call for revision of the European reception system and action to tackle the root causes of forced displacement. And we call on workers to resist the temptations of political extremism, to stand together and ensure that we emerge stronger, not divided. By building a strong response that counters far-right strategies and developing coherent trade union actions, we will defend and strengthen democracy and the rule of law. We are building trade union power. We are fighting for solidarity and peace. We are uniting workers for an industriAll future.